Welcome to the next part of our series on sacred art. This is continuing with the tanka that we have here available to us, and this tanka is in the process of being created as we speak. So here we have a section which is to do with the Wesak Valley, the sacred valley in the Himalayas, at the foothills of the Himalayan mountains. It's the place of the pilgrimage for Hindu, Buddhist and all manner of philosophies regarding the Buddha and the birth of Buddhism in the world. So from this mountain that we're journeying to come four major rivers of Asia. So you can imagine how sacred this place is. It's said to be the diamond in the snow. And so for us, what does this mean? This is part of the journey here, the story that goes with this, is that our pilgrimage was made by many groups in the past. Well, actually not that many, but some groups. And it was also made by a group of us from the Esoteric World Community, from the University of Seven Rays, the Esoteric Science and Creative Education Foundation, the Christ College of Himalayan Wisdom in New Zealand. So the reason for this pilgrimage was the founding of esoteric schools around the world. There's 5 in number altogether, and there was one to be at the KH College in Australia at some point in the future as well. So the idea was that these nations were being represented in a pilgrimage, going about a month-long pilgrimage, going through the deserts, quite a journey, right up to 5,200 meters, and actually doing circulation of the mountain itself as well. So the idea of these pilgrimages are to help us to be in tune with the hierarchy or the group of spiritual teachers in the world, not just the Buddha, who are looking to aid humanity and to guide us. So our idea was to sacredize, to truly give our work that was being done in these places in the world to the greatest good for humanity, and to ask for the aid of the hierarchy of teachers. So part of this is really the journey here, represented in the painting, and perhaps you'd like to come with us as we go on this journey, right into the heart of the snow, right into the highest mountains of the sacred parts of the world. So just traveling then through many sacred objects, sacred communities, monasteries, other Rinpoches, other teachers, and wonderful work being done by all of them. So people come with us on this journey. We'll try to take you through a reenactment kind of thing of going to the valley. So we're going through these mountains, we're going through snow, we're going through desert. There is this whole pilgrimage underway. Now remembering that thousands of people actually make their way to this absolutely isolated place, because at the Wesak full moon for Taurus, in the sign of Taurus, people gather there because the Buddha is said to come and appear for humanity as a blessing, and it happens here, and we now make our way. So looking at this journey then, we're really exploring this mountain, which is rugged. There are ancient burial sites for previous Dhyani Buddhas there. So there's more than one Buddha. People, there really is, have represented this wise compassion, wisdom for humanity. And their burial sites are there too. There are also the living quarters of Milarepa, a wonderful ascetic who lived there, virtually surviving on stinging nettles, to do his work there as well. So many aspects of this which are so powerful. It has this energy quality of will and power attached to this. So you can think of the Lord Agni as having his his abode here, the Lord of Fire, the Lord of Death and Transformation. This power is enormous. It has a kind of a diamond shape, the mountain itself, with a plateau of red stone, iron type rock, huge platforms of rock on which is said to be and we've seen it, so it's there, the burial ground, the sky burial ground, in which the deceased give their bodies to the elements, to the eagles and wild creatures, so nothing is wasted. So it's a very, very special place, very, very special place. A group of us went there and meditated there at the exact time of the Wesak full moon in the year 2000, which is the period of the great decision, where the masters of the hierarchy meet in order to make major decisions about where the world's guidance will go, where the work of the initiates and disciples of the world will go, as its major focus, a little bit like the United Nations, but much, much more profound in many, many ways. Also, the UN obviously is an important element in the world for peace and many, many other good things. So in a way we can relate to it, because we can think of this group of wise ones meeting and saying, well, what is happening with humanity? Where are the strengths? Where are the weaknesses? How do we guide them? And what can we do to aid? So really here we went, and it was -10. It felt hot on the at the time of the full moon. You felt like you were so heated up as well. As the sun touched us, we felt like it was about 30 degrees centigrade, and then all of a sudden afterwards it snowed. It actually flakes of snow, just only a few, but it was so amazing temperature change. An eagle landed for us at the time as well, as we were doing our meditative practice there at the exact time. We, after that, we made our way around the mountain, and it took us about 3 or 3.5 days to go right around. And you can imagine sleeping at altitude, at such altitude, and climbing, walking, and so on. Amazing, amazing experience for everyone. None of us are quite the same after. It has the destroying effect of liberation in a way, which relinquishes all attachment. It has the effect of the first ray of will and power that says death and transformation for all. And we all felt that, and it's taken us 14 years to start to speak about it and to look at that, and what does that really mean in terms of how does that now, that spiritual inspiration, become manifest in the world. So this is the major place of it, and the walk was right around to the back of the mountain, to that plateau, to that pass, which is 5,200 meters, and on the other side is a lake, alpine lake, with incredible blue ice on top of it. So really, one of the major things that is very important about this pilgrimage that we all made was that we're all heads of colleges really around the world, and members of the boards and so on. And what is important for us is that it wasn't just us that went to the mountain. It was all our communities really, because we take everyone with us. And so it's important to remember that whoever we have touched in some way, all the students, all the people who've meditated with us, all the people associated with the colleges, you were all there. You were all there. There's no mistaking that. As we were traveling, we were placing stones on stones, making sacred places there for you. We were calling you by name. We were calling you by organization as we put a stone on top of a stone, and we made these beautiful structures for you, and they're still there, people. They're still there. So don't forget, you have a place in Kailash, which will not go away because that energy is anchored there permanently. These schools that have been founded have been meditated on, not by us only, but by hundreds and perhaps thousands of people over years and years and years, 60 years, perhaps even more, almost 100 years by some. And the thing to remember is that there's this huge group of spiritually dedicated people around the world who are working for you and with humanity to bring this unified field together, capable of impression by hierarchy. So just remember, you're all there, and you can call on that power and that strength of that place, of those thousands of years of meditation by all the other sacred groups, all the other meditative bodies. So just remember that. We'll continue shortly with the Agni.